Hi students, today I'll be discussing about the continuity part from this big data analytic tools and technology. In the previous presentation, I guess like we have discussed about the Hadoop introduction followed with the map reduce technique. In this presentation, I'm talking about the yarn. So in the abbreviation, I guess we could see it's an another resource negotiator. It is just like it were just like to use the functionality or to enhance the functionality of the map reduce mechanism, we are using this yarn. So one more important aspect here, as I mentioned, to enhance the functionality of the map reduce, we are using this yarn. Also resource negotiation will be done, and job tracking will be done. So it is mainly developed to do the resource negotiation. Minimum number of resources and maximum number of job or maximum number of tasks can be performed by using this yarn. As I mentioned, with the initial release, MapReduce, we know that it is responsible for the batch processing here and job tracking and resource management across the clusters. But here, once the AN is developed, it was taking over the resource negotiation and job tracking part. So here what exactly the process will take over means the specific cluster will be dedicated over here. So according to this specific cluster, the resource scheduling will happen, and what we say, additional data processing will take over. So this yarn was designed to enhance the functionality of the map reducing mechanism. Next one is about the Hadoop ecosystem. So we know Hadoop already, within this Hadoop system, Hadoop umbrella only, lot of elements like wherein which relates to this data life cycle and the collection of storage to process the data, to analyze the data, to visualize the data, will be done through the requirement of the projects. So this Hadoop ecosystem will specify that what are the abilities where every element in the data life cycle is having, and how to go with the storage and how to process the analyzed data and visualization will be specified through this Hadoop ecosystem. So and also we know that like Apache Kafka, the next one is about the Apache Kafka under this Hadoop ecosystem. We know that it is a messaging system. So this Kafka, Spark, all these were the messaging systems. Like to work and to operate with a faster rate, we use these kind of uh, Kafkas. So it is just like a subscriber messaging system, wherein which to work with the scalability and to enhance the operations at a faster rate, we use this Hadoop ecosystem with Apache Kafka. Like we know, like the process will be like this. The data will be collected from the sensors, and the data can be processed based on the analysis, and that can be handled by different types of messaging systems. I guess in the next slide I could explain this process with a diagram. Okay, so mainly the Kafka will be used to connect the data sources, and to connect the data sources like as per the requirement and as per the consumers, however they allow. So Kafka will be used, it is a messenger system I said. So how the data will be, data sources will be connected, and how the consumers will be connected to that data will be specified through Kafka. So let us look at the diagram. Here the producer and consumer is there. In between the Kafka cluster is there. So here the topic wise, the information like message, block 1, block 2, block 3 and block 4. So in terms of this big data terminology, we call it as a message broker 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. And the consumers, as per the data which is required, they will extract the data from the producer. So here the data flow from the smart objects, which are the producer, through the topic in Kafka, it will connect to the real-time processing. So that was the concept here. So Kafka, it is just like to connect the data sources to the users. like as per the requirement by the application, the users can connect with the data. So that is what the role played by this Hadoop ecosystem with Apache Kafka. So let me move on to the next one. So next one is about the Apache Kafka is over, right? Then Spark. Just let me move on to the next. Okay, so Apache Spark. Uh, like with this Spark system, like the processing of the data will be further moved to high speed memory. So it means to say like this Spark processing engine, so it will work with a smaller amount of data, because the amount of data which is received from the smart devices will be further divided, and it works, this Spark will works based on the distributed data analytics only. So based on that small volume of data, the processing will take over. So Hadoop ecosystem with Apache Spark, it is one of the processing engine where we could operate with smaller quantity of data. Like with this, like we can perform the operations at a faster rate. So these are the different types of what we say uh, processing engines, where we can extract the data and we can work with these kind of messaging systems for different types of applications. The next one is about the Hadoop ecosystem with Apache Storm and Apache Flink. So they are the another set of projects which are designed for the distributed processing only. As per the use cases, IoT use cases only, these kind of processing engines were deployed. So what is this Hadoop ecosystem with Apache Storm and Apache Spark? Is like as I mentioned, it's a memory distributed. Apache Spark, we know that it is a memory distributed data analytics form. So wherein which we can work with various processings in the ecosystem. In the same manner, yes, in the same manner, at each stage we used to perform the map reduce operation. The data which is to be read and which is to be written and which is to be retrieved back to the disk will be like processed further. So the Spark, with this Spark, the processing of the data will be moved into the high speed memory. We know that. With this what we say Apache Storm and then Apache Link. So both Hadoop ecosystem projects which are designed to pull the data only. So Storm can pull the data from Kafka and process which is near in the real time fashion, and also the Apache Link. So these both will be used to pull the data from Kafka and process the data. So the Apache Storm and then Apache Link, they are the Hadoop ecosystems which are designed for distributed data stream processing only, and based on the IoT test cases only they were developed. So this is another one, and the next one is about the Lambda architecture. I guess let me move on to the next slide. So this is the Lambda architecture, where you could see the smart objects, how this Kafka is connected, and the Spark streaming and real-time views and pre-computing views, HDFS and MapReduce, and like streaming layer and serving layer. So like there are different types of layers here: batch layer, stream layer, serving layer, and we know the role played by this each and every individual layer, right? So Kafka, it is a messaging system, we know that, and the stream of bits will be processed, and the map reduce mechanism, HDFS, and these all these kind of message mechanisms will be used to process the data. Okay, so let us look for the Lambda architecture only. You can see in the diagram the key elements of the data infrastructure, wherein which the use cases may be involved for collection of the data, processing of the data, storage of the data using multiple number of technologies, which we have already seen. So Lambda here, it is also one of the one of such kind of technology. It's a data management system. It mainly consists of two kinds of layers. One is the batch and the other one is streaming layer. So we could see in the diagram batch layer and then stream layer, and also the combined data layer, which is a serving layer. So the data here, it will be taken into the message broker, and which is a Kafka here, and at each and every layer the data will be processed in a parallel fashion, and the data will be processed, and the result of that particular data will be delivered to the data store. The complete steps I have written here. So like if any additional processing is required, or if any additional queries that we need to write to extract the data, we can write and then we can take. So Lambda architecture, it is mainly meant for data management only. So the data management will happen at two different layers, as I mentioned, batch layer and then stream layer, and the combination of the data, the data which is processed at each and every layer in parallel will be delivered to the data store after the processing. This is the process of this Lambda architecture. Let me move on to the next one. Next one is about the edge streaming analytics. So that I will be explaining in the next presentation.